Tonight on Jet City Sports, University of Washington hosts top-ranked Ohio State. We're going to talk to Cody Brusso about the future of the AL West and later, how Microsoft Surface tablets have changed the way NFL coaches and trainers operate on game day. All that and so much more coming up on Jet City Sports. Jet City! Good evening and welcome to Jet City Sports. I'm your host, Colin Morris. We're reporting live right now at the broadcast booth at Triton Field in Edmonds, Washington. We start tonight with the matchup the entire college football world is watching. The University of Washington and their big-time 22-game home winning streak is about to face their biggest challenge yet. The number one ranked Ohio State Buckeyes is coming to Washington, and it's Ohio's first visit to Husky Stadium in nearly 2 decades. And Washington fans have been waiting for this game since the schedule was first announced. Now, the Huskies head coach, Jedd Fisch, who has yet to lose a home game, says his team embraces the chance to prove themselves on the national stage.
But I do know it'll be a great challenge. They have a fantastic football team. You don't win the national championship and be the number one team in the country, average 11 to 12 wins every year for I can't ever remember how long. I know in 2016 they were the number one team in the country when we played them when I was at Michigan, and we played. And it was a great team then. It's a great team now.
Washington is 3-0, but this is their first true test against a Power 4 opponent. Running back Jonah Coleman leads the country with 9 rushing touchdowns, and quarterback Damon Williams Jr. has shown he can beat teams both through the air and on the ground. Ohio State is already battle-tested, having knocked off then number 1 Texas in week 1. The Buckeyes defense hasn't allowed a rushing touchdown all season. However, the Huskies defense has been one of the toughest against the run, allowing just over 60 yards per game. Kickoff is set for this Saturday at 12:30 at Husky Stadium, and as Coach Fisch put it, the country is watching.
And the fans are going crazy here at T-Mobile Park.
Coming up, the Mariners lock up home field advantage in the American League Division Series, and Cal Raleigh keeps swinging his way into the MVP conversation. That's next.
The Mariners are going to the playoffs.
Tuesday, the Mariners clinched a playoff berth. Wednesday, their first American League West title in 24 years. Then for the encore on Thursday, the number 2 seed in the AL postseason. But the headlines didn't stop there. Cal Raleigh belted his 60th home run of the season, tying Babe Ruth and keeping his chances alive for the American League MVP race. Seattle enters the weekend with a record of 90 wins and 69 losses, with 3 games left against the defending champion Los Angeles Dodgers. But they still have an outside shot at the number 1 seed currently held by the Toronto Blue Jays. But no matter what happens, the road to the World Series now runs through T-Mobile Park. The Mariners will open the Division Series at home Saturday, October 4th. And while Seattle is atop of the West, the question now turns to their AL West rivals. Can the Astros or the Rangers regroup and reclaim the division in the years ahead? To discuss that, I'm joined by MLB insider Cody Brusso. Cody, thank you for joining me on Jet City Sports. You know, the last time we talked, we were talking Rangers baseball, and I was expecting Rangers were going to be pushing right into the playoffs. October was going to be a big month. From your perspective, what went wrong with the Rangers and the Astros?
Well, the Rangers, unfortunately, just the injury bug was just a little too much to overcome. We just had too many guys. We saw Adonis come back, but he wasn't the same. We pulled guys from AAA that have never really been in that situation. And I think potentially the pressure just got to them. And I think the big talking point, though, the thing that's going uh, unsaid right now is this was a contract year for Bruce Bochy. His contract actually ends now here that the season's over. So do the Rangers feel like, was that World Series run just a few years ago lightning in a bottle? Or is Bruce still the guy to lead this ship? Because potentially you could look at and say mismanagement was the big reason why we faltered late.
Now, big picture, what will it take for either team in Texas to close the gap against the Mariners and reclaim the AL West?
Youth. You look at the Astros, they've got Cole. He is a great prospect for them. He is the future of that franchise, a future leader. Like I said, we have Langford. He's going to be a future leader for us. I love DeGrom, but DeGrom's getting old. Uvalde getting up there in age as well. So we're going to have them for a good, hopefully solid 2 seasons. But if we're looking big picture, 3, 4, 5 years down the road, it's going to be that youth movement that we're starting to see, especially with the Rangers. They're going to have to pick up the pace and get with the program.
Fantastic. Well, I look forward to speaking to you in April for spring training, catch up, take a look at the rosters, and see what's on tap for next season. And thank you for coming on. I appreciate it.
Not a problem. Thank you.
Take it easy. Still ahead, Microsoft Surface tablets have changed the way the NFL coaches strategize and how a team's medical staff protects players. That story when we come back. In the NFL, strategy and technology, they go hand in hand. Since 2014, one of the biggest changes on the sideline has been the Microsoft Surface tablet. Before then, coaches relied on black and white printouts to adjust on the fly. Plays were printed, stuffed into binders, and passed along by runners. Now, with the sideline viewing system and high-resolution color images, they are delivered instantly. Coaches can zoom in, make notes, make key review changes in just seconds. The impact goes beyond X's and O's. Trainers use Surface tablets with concussion assessment apps to help determine whether a player can return after a head injury. They also store electronic medical records, giving staff instant access on sidelines, at home, or on the road. And now each device is identical, locked down, and designed to withstand the heat, cold, rain, and of course, the chaos of game day. They're built for fairness, reliability, and speed. And they become just as much a part of the NFL as the playbook themselves. The NFL's embracement of Surface technology shows how innovation can keep the game smarter, faster, and safer without sacrificing the traditions that make football what it is. That'll do it for this edition of Jet City Sports. Join us next week as we take a closer look at the NHL, where 9 teams enter the season with new coaches. That includes the Seattle Kraken. Until then, thank you for joining me live from Triton Field in Edmonds, Washington. I am Colin Morris, and we'll see you next time on Jet City Sports. Jet City Sports.